Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rikah Kadash. Yahweh be in the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shah in the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now, when you're talking about the last days and the end of the world, a major event is going to happen. Well, a lot of major events is going to happen, but it's going to be one event to cause Yahweh Shah to come, because He's the Savior and the Deliverer. Yahweh Shah means to save or to deliver. He saves, Salakia. He saves or He delivers. And so, for that, when that special moment happened, the Israelites, He's gonna give spiritual powers. See, He's gonna deliver them, and He's gonna, at the same time while He's delivering them, they're gonna have a marriage, meaning they're gonna be at one. They're gonna become one. So Yahweh Shah, with His eternal body, and because this is what 1 Corinthians 15 is talking about. The same way Yahweh Shah has immortality, He the 144,000, the Israelites, they're gonna have the same situation as a nation or as the ruling class. And so He gonna rescue them from the situation. But the situation is gonna be uh men invading one another, famine, people gonna be dying from hunger, dying by the sword. So He's gonna be saving these individuals. And so let me let the scriptures play the whole situation out. Because while you got all this going on, you got the nations trying to attack the Israelites and trying to exterminate the Israelites. So if He's not just saving them from chaos, the nations is trying to kill them. See, in Psalms 83, we're going to get into that. And so this nuclear holocaust, it has a major element in it that, that's starting to become clear, where they might be trying to use this thing to exterminate the Israelites. And Yahweh Shah is going to rescue the elect from this extermination. But let's go into the scriptures and prove all things. Now, first of all, we're going to get into Yahweh Shah, Matthew 1:21. It says, "And she shall bring forth a son." This is talking about Mary. "She shall bring forth a son, and you shall call his name Yahweh Shah. For he shall save his people from their sins." And their sins cause them to be in captivity to these other nations, scattered amongst all nations in the world. Now, so He's coming to deliver and save. Let's see here. So let's get and I'm not even gonna make this long, so let's get straight to the point about Yahweh Shah coming to save the Israelites. Oh, let me get 1 Thessalonians 4:16. It says, "For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord Himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, and with the voice of an archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead and Mashiach shall rise first. then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. See, this is the time where he's coming and he's going to unite with the Israelites, the elect, the dead elect, and the elect that's alive. And the dead is going to rise first. See, they're going to be caught up first because they died for the truth. Now, let's see here. So when that go down, then let me go to 1 Corinthians and show what was going to happen when they go up there with Yahweh. What is it? 1550. Yeah, it says, I'm going to get right to the point. Verse 51, it says, behold, I'll show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. See, the one that's dead going to be changed, and the one that's alive going to be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trump shall sound, and the dead shall rise incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible, must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So the Israelites is going to be given new bodies with superpowers. Look at do I want to get Revelation right now? It says here in Revelation 21:2, and I John saw the holy city, New Jerusalem. This is talking about the Israelites. They got new bodies. See, coming down from God out of heaven. See, they met with Yahweh, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. So they already uniting with Yahweh. Okay, and this is why he said he should be with his people. But let me go into what's happening to them. They got new bodies. See, and this is a fulfillment. That's gonna be a fulfillment of Zechariah 12:8. It says, in that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God. See, they're going to put on immortality. And they're not going to stay up there. They're going to come down. See, that New Jerusalem going to come down from heaven as the angel of the Lord before them. See, they're going to be like the angel of the Lord when they come down. Now, when you go back to Revelation, because it says something in Revelation 18. Where is it? Verse 4, he says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. See, and when he's talking about come out of her, he's not talking about in some spiritual way. This is when he gonna call them up. They gonna come up. That ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues. So the Israelites is gonna come up and meet Yahweh. Now, verse of chapter 11, it goes into what I want to get into, the meat of the situation. Just get to the point. Verse 12, it say, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. This is what Revelation is talking about. And they ascended up to heaven in the cloud, and their enemies beheld them. So when they go up in that cloud, and that's going to be a major situation. See, and at that time, you're going to have pestilence, you're going to have famines, you're going to have people killing each other at that specific time. And let's get that real quick. 2 Ezra 15:16. It says, for there shall be seditions among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings or princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So this is the great tribulation that's going to be going on. Jacob's trouble. See, Matthew 24 and 21, it say, for then shall there be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. See, so it's going to be great tribulation going on. It says, verse 12, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of your people, and there shall be at a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation to that same time. At that time, your people shall be delivered. See, it's not saying that here comes some nuclear missiles and we got to deliver you from the nuclear missiles. No, he delivering them because it's going to be a time of trouble that was never before. And these nations, they going to see or know that this trouble is already on the scene, and they going to try to implement that RFID chip. They're going to try to put that grain of rice in people's hands, or that C-hip in your head, connecting you with some stinking computer system. See, and the whole mission is to try to have all the Israelites on location, because it's gonna be a worldwide situation, because you got the Israelites scattered throughout all the nation. See, they're just not in Babylon the Great America. So they concentrated in Babylon the Great America, being oppressed together, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, but it's deeper than them just being one in one place. They everywhere. So that chip is gonna locate them in every place that they are living in. And also they're gonna be rejecting the operation. See, the Israelites is as the sand of the sea, and they're gonna be rejecting it. So the nations is gonna get angry and start to come in as a flood. Now let's get that. They're gonna come in as a flood on the Israelites. See? It says, so they shall fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. This is when the Israelites start to wake up and know who they are. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. So it's gonna be the enemy gonna be coming in. They're gonna start to attack. But it's because there's nobody gonna be there to pretty much rescue the Israelites, so they don't need no nuclear weapons to try to get to the Israelites. They don't need no major weapons, so they can get them through the food, through the water, through prison, through torture. They can get them, touch them. But then when Yahweh shall show up, this is when all heck is gonna break loose. See, that's why it says in Revelation 11, when the enemy is gonna behold them being ascended up, because then they gonna realize that now these people is finna get superpowers. And this is what they plan on doing. They gonna try to hit them buttons when they see that their time done ran out. See, because when he show up, they know it's game over. But these nukes might be their emergency button. Verse the Psalms 83 say they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, for they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. See, the Edomites, the so-called white men, the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, the Moabites, the Chinese, the Agarenes, the Africans, the Hamites, the Baal, the Ammon, the Japanese, the Amalek, the so-called small hatters. See, all of these people is going to be trying to get rid of these Israelites. Extermination. But for the elect's sake, Yahweh is going to get them up. But when they see Yahweh do this, this is when all these nations is gonna hit this button, man. They gonna send the greatest weapon that they got to try to attack Yahushua. Now let's go into Second Measures because it gives some detail. And I want to make sure. Look at these details. Look at what it says. Is it 13 or 14? Okay. I think it's 13. Verse 5, it says, "And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea." See, they're gonna be when the Yahushua show up, they gonna be going on full attack. It says, verse 8. "After this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yes durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the here it is. He said, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand nor held a sword nor any instrument of war." So they gonna be trying to come with whatever they got. They gonna bring an attack to your house. So how is that gonna happen? See, when he show up, they gonna attack him. So it's not gonna be no time for they gonna have time to attack him. He gonna show up, they gonna go on an attack, but he not gonna let the Israelites get destroyed in this battle. See, while the people fighting him and shooting all kind of whatever, he not gonna let the Israelites get messed with. It says verse 10, "But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire." So he gonna be kicking behind. See, he gonna be throwing fire at them, but they can't do nothing to him. Let's go ahead and get that. Isaiah? See, they're not gonna be able to do nothing to Yahushua, man. And I might start from verse 1 and say, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not to the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord." This is 2/3. See, they're going to even be in the freaking military. Bunch of boy. Yet he says, "Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not take back his words, but will arise against the house of evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses are flesh and not spirit." See, they cannot fight against the spirit. Yahweh coming as the spirit. Let's get that. And what is it? Isaiah 47, talking about the fall of Babylon, the virgin daughter of Babylon. Verse 3, it say, "The nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, their shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance." When he going to take vengeance? See, when all of this stuff pop off, this going to be Yahweh shall take vengeance when he show up on the scene. "And I will not meet thee as a man." See, he coming as a powerful spirit, and he not going to meet them as a man. See, that's what Revelation 19 and 19 is talking about. He going to meet them on the white horse, and he not going to meet them as no man. It's going to be a major spiritual battleship. See, major spiritual chariot that pop up on the scene, and they ain't going to be able to do nothing with it, with nuclear weapons, missiles, whatever kind of weapon they got. It's not going to be able to contend. Because he going to be a spirit. He going to turn the Israelites into spirits. Let's get that. And this is when the battle of World War III is going to really go down and reaches climax. Jeremiah 51, talking about Babylon the Great America. What's going to be going on during Babylon the Great America? I think it might, 1920. See, if doing, in this 50 is talking about Babylon the Great, 51 talking about Babylon the Great, and 49 telling you who is Babylon the Great, Edomites. The Edomites, the so-called white man, he going to destroy them like he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. See, and he said Babylon, he going to destroy Babylon like he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. And they going to be no men left in their nation. But he had to tell you who he was talking about first. Then he went to talking about Babylon, the city that they run everything out of. They got the military. This is their capital city at the end of the day. But anyway, verse 20 says, "Thou art my battle axes and weapons of war." See what did he say? When they come at him, he gonna come with fire. See, and it ain't just gonna be Yahushua doing something. What he say? Who he say finna do something? He say, "For with thee," he say, "weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nation, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms." He's not just finna be pop up on the scene, get an Israelite superpowers, and not let them do nothing. No, he gonna get them superpowers, and New Jerusalem's gonna come down, and they gonna get busy. See, they gonna get busy on these nations, man. They gonna get superpowers, and they gonna get busy. Second, Revelation, the second chapter. They gonna get busy, and this is in Psalms 2. Psalms chapter 2. King David gave this prophecy also. 26 is saying, "He that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation." And how they, when they get that superpower, what is they gonna do with it? Verse 27, "And he shall rule them with a rod of iron." See, they gonna have that rod of iron, meaning it's indestructible. "As the vessel of a potter shall they be broken into shivers." The nation is gonna be broken, man, because the Israelite is gonna get superpower, and they're gonna try to stop the situation. Because they don't even believe in God, first of all, so they just going off, we don't like them, and they talking about this and that, but we finna see, and we finna force the hand, you see. But they elites know that this situation is real, and they ain't nothing they can do about it. See, but the Lord do deceive people. See, this is what people don't understand about the Lord. He set traps and he deceives people. They think it's a freaking fallen angel somewhere doing some mischief that the Lord don't know about and ain't got no idea of what he's doing. The Lord just gonna react to this spirit that's fighting. No, the Lord is doing the deceiving. Let's go ahead and get that. We don't got to say nothing. Job 12:16. It says, "Which him is strength and wisdom, the deceived and the deceiver are his." He operate these people. See, they not deceiving nobody that the Lord don't want to be deceived. If he don't want them deceived, he gonna give them the light, give them the spirit, and they gonna know what the heck going on. Plain, point blank, plain and simple. So this is how the situation going down, and these nations are not ready. When the Israelites get their power, let's go ahead and cap it off with what. Let's let it just get some details on this thing. What is it? Ezekiel 25:14. It say, Yahweh say he gonna bring vengeance to these people, and he not gonna come like a man. See, he coming with an army, a spirit. And that's what Revelation 19:19 say. He say the one that was on the white horse and his army they gonna have to fight against. It says, "And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, by their hand. And they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord God." the Most High Yahweh. See, he is the one saying it. He making the statement. He said he not going to bring his words back. He not taking no words back. See, these words going to be real. It's going to be reality. It's going to be live and in effect. And ain't nothing nobody going to be able to do about it, especially a funky heathen around here eating crab, lobsters, and rats, and dogs, and cats. Think they're going to jump in some metal machine, jump on a metal horse, and do something to somebody, and press a button and do something. You idiot. But Israelites getting spiritual power. They going to take over the world, and we going to rule the world forever. It ain't going to be no time that these heathens is going to rise up again and take over the world that was made for us. See, let me go ahead and end it with that. 2 Ezra 6, 50, verse 54, it says, after thee, no, not 54, 55, at all this I have spoken before you, O Lord, because you made the world for our sakes. See, this is what the regular Christian and a 2/3 Negro don't understand and can't wrap it around their brain because the Lord done blinded they behind. He created the world for the Israelites. See? And pretty much saying that they gonna have the rulership. They gonna have the control over this world. Let's get that verse back. He didn't create it for other people to be ruling over them. They just showed they behind and he had to punish them. That's what's going on in 57. It said, the Lord, behold, these heathens, which have ever been reputed as nothing, and have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. See, because he got angry with us and threw our behinds into slavery. So this is what's going down. This world was made for us. That's why you turning on your TV and you watching an Israelite. See, you cutting on your radio and you listening to an Israelite. You in your house using the appliances because the Israelites created the mess. See, he said Jacob is the former of all things. So everything you doing in your life is dealing with the Israelite. You running a business, you working them Israelites. You giving them helping with the punishment of the Israelite. Your whole life is the Israelite dictating your whole life, man. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem and Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.